Ladies and gentlemen, numbers 1 through 8, all you have to do is say if it's an arithmetic sequence, yes or no, and also explain. So if I take a look at number 1, is that arithmetic?
No. Yes. No.
How do you know? Or how do you know it is, or how do you know it's not? Okay, now once again, the way to find your common difference is to take a number and then subtract the previous number. Okay, so that's like take a number 9 and subtract 7 from it. So 9 take away 7 is what? 2. Now if I did, how about 7 take away 4? What do I get? 3. So 7 take away 4 is 3, and 9 take away 7 is 2. That right there, it's not a common difference. You could just stop doing what you're doing right there and say number 1, no. Why not? Because there's no common difference. So it's just yes or no on these first 8 questions or whatever it is. You don't. I mean, you can do it in your head technically. Okay, so let's do it in our head. How about this? Number 2. If I say 13, ladies and gentlemen, 13 minus 15, what's that?
2.
Negative 2. 13 minus 15 is negative 2. How about 11 minus 13?
Negative.
How about 9 minus 11?
Negative 2.
So right there you say the D is negative 2, and yes, it's arithmetic. Why? Because there's a common difference of negative 2 in all of its terms. So it's either a yes or no.
Oh, okay, so I get it now.
And that's just the explanation in a sentence is the best, right? But, you know, as long as you understand, it's fine. Now, let's look at the second part. Down here, it says find the next 3 terms. So right here, it's more work, okay? So let's start with number 9. Now, what would the common difference be right here? Well, the common difference, again, take a number, subtract the one before it. So do 7, take away 3. What's 7 take away 3?
Negative 2. Not negative 4.
That is positive 4, right?
Right.
Or how about this? How about 11 take away 7? If you go 11 take away 7, what do you get? Same thing, 4, right? Or if you go, let's go with this one over here, 15 take away 11. What's the 15 take away 11? 4. So the common difference is 4, absolutely. And you know what? You don't have to check all of them because they're telling you on the instructions, they're telling you that these are arithmetic sequences. So they're telling you there's a common difference. So you could just pick any number, subtract the one before it, that'll be your common difference because they're telling you that they're arithmetic. Okay, so once you know what the common difference is 4, it says find the next 3 terms. Now, you don't have to do this, but let's do it for fun. This is a sub 1, this is a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4. So what they want is the next 3 numbers. So the next 3 numbers, a sub 5 is the 5th number, a sub 6 is the 6th number. Whoa, that is disgusting. A sub 7 is the 7th number. So what would the 5th number be
19.
if the 19? How about the 6th number?
24.
Close? 23. 19 plus 4 is 23. And then the 7th number? 27. Because the common difference is 4, right? Now, we did that just by taking our common difference and adding it to the next number, adding it to the next number, adding it to the next number. Now, we could do that. It's totally fine, right? So you could do that with all of these. Now, if the common difference would have been negative 4, then you'd be subtracting 4, right? Okay. Bless you. Now, down here, it says write an equation for the nth term. So right here is where you need your general rule. General rule. And the general rule is a sub n equals a sub 1 plus parenthesis n minus 1 times your common difference d. Okay? So let's write down a general rule. A sub n equals, what's a sub 1?
7.
Yep, that's right. A sub 1 is your first number, which is 7. A sub 2 would be your second. A sub 3 is your third. A sub 4 would be 25. So a sub 1 is 7 plus parenthesis n minus 1. That's going to be n minus 1. And then the times d, that's your common difference. So could somebody look at that list and tell me what the common difference is? 6. And how did you get that? You pick a number and subtract the one before it. Okay, so you said 13, and then you subtracted the number before it, 7. So that would be 6, right?
Yes.
So the common difference is 6. Whoa. Okay. You okay?
Oh, because you knew you missed. They're like, whoa.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, the common difference is 6. So let's plug in the 6 right here where the D belongs. So times 6. And now let's make this look nicer by simplifying 6 times n, 6n. 6 times negative 1 is negative 6. And of course you have the plus 7 right in front. So your a sub nth rule, you could even make it nicer by combining like terms. So combine the 7 minus 6. What's 7 minus 6? 1. So my final a sub nth rule, a sub n equals 6n plus 1, because 7 minus 6 is a positive 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we found the general rule. We wrote down an equation that produces this list. Now, let's say you're not too sure about that. You could plug in a 1 and see if it really does give you 7. Or you could plug in a 1, 2, 3, 4 and see if it really does give you a 25. So if I plug in a 4 right here, 6 times 4 is 24, plus 1, it is 25. You verified, you should feel confident that this is the machine that produces that list. And then even further from that, now that you know the general rule, you could find any number you want. If they tell you find the 100th number on this list. So like 7's the first one, 13, 19, 25, 25 plus 6, 31, that's a fifth number, plus 6, 37, and then you keep adding 6 all the way to the 100th number. That would be impossible, not impossible, it would take a really long time to do, but if you know this general rule, it's really easy to say a sub 100 would simply be 6 times 100, which is 600 plus 1. The 100th term is really 601. So the general rule is amazing because it opens up to any number you want. You could find the 100th number, you could find the 50th number, the 17th number.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. And that's why I like this section so much. So that's how you do the general rule. So I just did a couple of these. Of course, you want to practice with all of these on this homework. Please try to do it tonight.
Yeah.